beefy. Hey everybody, Kyle here with Spicer Designs. What? I thought these were hostas. These are just weeds. No wonder they look like shit. That's disappointing. What the hell do you want? You my good boy. You my good, come here, come here. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna get a rocket for everybody? Yep, you sure do. You can't control that thing, can you? Control yourself, buddy. Okay, it's something you gotta learn. Welcome back to the channel. What is wrong with you? I'm gonna have to hit you with some cold water or something. Dozer, can you believe it? These aren't hostas. They're weeds. Well, today's gonna be another one of those videos that has no point. This is a rock wall I started building a while back. Actually, last fall, and we're coming into the next fall, so taking a while. And what I thought were hostas are actually weeds. They've grown up pretty disgustingly, and I need to rip all this crap out and do a little bit of work and kind of finish this off, at least temporarily, until I get some concrete work done up there. Kind of lost the wall right here. It's in there somewhere. That's a big one. I've been watering this one. It's really coming in nice. So this whole property rebuild project, it's quite the process. In order to do one thing, I have to do like 4 other things first. Just typical on how some of these projects go. I'm sure everyone can relate to this. So over here toward the pond, just to give you a quick little update on what the plan is. I have reshaped the whole shoreline in. Whoa. So I reshaped this whole shoreline in and have it established now, and I've raised the shoreline almost 2 feet. I dug out about 10 foot out, and it was all good clay. I piled it up, it all dried out. I was able to track it in, and this stuff is hard as a rock. I mean, even when it rains on it, it doesn't even wash out because it's that packed in. So I just need to dress this with topsoil, and then I can seed it. But first, I have to do something about the banks of the pond here. So my plan is on the back side of the pond. It's all grown up, of course. That's the common theme here. There's a bunch of riprap. I'm going to dig that out because I need to anyway. I'm gonna just plant grass seed on that slope because it's really not that steep. I can easily mow it. And I'm gonna transplant that riprap all the way along this pond bank over here. Once I get that done, then I can seed this, but that's another day. Today, we're gonna work on removing all of this decorative stone because it looks like crap. Eventually I'll be building an elevated deck back here, and the hot tub's gonna go right here in the middle. So I wanna transplant all of this decorative stone onto this rock wall. There it is. There's that rock wall I put in a while ago after a good 2 hours of manual labor. It is back in all its glory here, kind of. So now that I have all these weeds cleared away, I need to throw some topsoil in up on that stone a little bit. Right now it's kind of concaved. I want to get it nice and straight, and then I can put my fabric on and we can start moving some of that decorative stone. But the first thing that I want to do is use the Bobcat and kind of reshape this. It's pretty close, but I want to reshape that stone and just get it a little bit closer to where I want it before I start putting that dirt on there. Where is it? Where is it? Did you eat something? You weren't supposed to? Huh? Did you? Coach of the year.
We did it.
You forgot the kids?
Oh man! Got a bunch of sweaty Betties in there.
Okay, that whole pile of dirt is gone. It is now all in here, and everything graded out really nice. I almost had no hand raking. This is all just leveling it with the Bobcat. So I got a good 8 to 10 inches of topsoil in there so I could put some plants in there. All of my begonias and daffodils. And I even shaped up this stone area. It was kind of all out of sorts, so I kind of shaped that in. And basically I'm ready to start putting down all of the landscape fabric. I can start sifting through that decorative stone. And I finished running the rock wall into the new cinder block wall. Kind of closed up that little transition right there. It's all coming together, finally. Now before I get started on putting all the decorative stone in here, which is gonna suck, I'm gonna have to pull away from this job for a bit. I have a very special event that I am expected to be at. You gotta do what you gotta do. And I don't want to disappoint these loved ones. Time for a little break with the family. Out on Patoka Lake in southern Indiana. It is the Keystone Girl and I's 10th wedding anniversary. We had to drag the kids along with us. Hey, who's steering the boat?
Get back!
All right. Well, I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest.
While we're stopped in our tracks, we clipped a stump, I guess. Supposedly it's known for that out here on Patoka Lake. So now we're waiting for the marina to come out and swap out our prop.
This ain't easy, darling, 'cause the devil's on my trail. I've been running so long
Oh, it's like,
that my feet don't
got a wedgie.
I've been running so
Good job.
that my feet don't work no more. Oh no, it ain't easy, darling, when the devil's on my trail. Oh yeah.
Well, that was a real hoot, but it's back to reality, and by reality I mean 93 degrees. Luckily I have a little shade over here. Now I get to dig up all this decorative stone by hand. I'm gonna load it up in the bucket of the tractor, go dump it over there. Just a lot of fun. So I just whipped this thing up really quick. It's kind of a piece of crap, but it's gonna do what I need it to do. I got some 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch like chicken wire from Home Depot, a couple of scrap 2x4s, and I just whipped together this little makeshift rock screener. So this could be used in 2 different ways. You can screen the dirt out of the rock, which is what I want to do, or you can screen the rock out of the dirt, which is what I'm not wanting to do. Well, I guess I am wanting to do both, but I want to keep the rock. I'll show you how it works real quick. Now all this decorative stone has been placed on top of like some 3mm plastic. So any kind of dirt or debris or anything that is decomposed, like acorns or leaves or grass clippings, and I don't want that crap in our new landscaping, so I want to try to separate it. So hopefully, as I take these scoops, all the dirt will work its way out. Hopefully you can see it doing its job right here. Basically, we just knocked out a bunch of the really small little rocks and a bunch of dirt and just little pieces of sticks. I'm sure some crap's still gonna get in the bucket, but at least I can minimize it. Looks like some caps to the acorns still in there. The acorn caps are gonna be tough to separate, but you know, it sure beats paying for new stone. This little sifter is actually doing a pretty good job. You got to get the angle right, not a big deal. And I mean, you could do this same setup into a 5-gallon bucket or a wheelbarrow. You can kind of taper those in if you wanted to do it with a bucket. Pretty damn cheap. I think I spent like $8 on that chicken wire. And you can see these little piles right here of dirt and rock chips. I mean, it's a pretty good pile of junk that's not going into my good landscaping. I've got a pile there, a pile there, a pile there. They're all over the place. And over here you can see I'm getting some good clean rock out of this, mostly all of the larger stones. So I got a little bit more work to do getting this stone out all the way up here to the rock pile. All these large stones are for the rock wall that I'm going to build for the patio right over there, which will be in an upcoming video. But next thing, I'm going to start moving all of this stone over out into that bare clay and dig up that stump. All right, so there it is. Finally, pretty close to being completed. Still have a couple little loose ends to do, but this is looking a ton better. There's actually quite a bit of work getting all of these boulders stacked. It looks nice, but that was a lot of manual labor. There really wasn't any assistance with using machinery except for some of these larger boulders just to kind of get them somewhat in place. Everything else is hand stacked, but it does look pretty cool. This top row right here, that's just temporary. I just wanted this to look somewhat finished, but the end result is going to be a new concrete pad in that carport that's going to come out further, and this decorative stone will then butt up to that. And over here, this transitioned nicely where I butted it right into the playset area. I think that turned out pretty nice. And the plan down low here where you still see some stone and fabric is I'm going to put some of those flatter stones and lay them flat so I have an area that I can come up there and mow real nice too without having to weed eat everything. Now this area right here really is a huge transformation from where we started at today, but even further back, what it was like when we first moved here. And then somewhere in this area, this rock wall is going to actually continue all the way up toward the peak. This will all be larger boulders on the face of that. It should look pretty cool. And I mentioned before in a previous video, that little wood shed is going to get completely demoed. I'm going to extend the roof line out and the concrete pad. And this area right here on the top of this wall is going to be somewhat of a grilling area, have a little bar top that looks out over the pond. It should be really nice. The main goal today though was to get the decorative stone out of here, and I needed a place to put it. I don't want to keep moving it around 14 times, so I wanted to be able to remove it from here and put it over there. So again, one project creates another project and so on. But I will say, this little rock screener, even though it's kind of a piece of crap, it actually worked really well. It did exactly what I needed it to do. I feel like this is something that everyone can kind of use somewhere on their property, whether you're screening rock out of dirt or screening the dirt out of the rock. And I think that having these decorative stone areas around your property that maybe you want to change or alter is very relatable. Anyways, again, no real point to this video. It's just what I'm doing right now and what needs to get done, because I have got to get this area seeded by the end of September. And the next big project, which will be coming up hopefully in the next couple of weeks, should actually be a pretty good one. But hopefully you picked up a couple good ideas out of this video. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Whatever. Machine. Baseball. Think about baseball. Listen. There's no reason that I should do that to you. Ah, man. I should have worn jeggings today.